Hello guys, welcome back to Scar Guys, and today we're going to talk about another precon from Bumbleflowerl, which is Miss Bumbleflower, group hug precon upgrade. So I did a group hug build with her. This is my first group hug deck tech that I've ever done. With group hug, I never really cared for it, but this time around, she seemed perfect as a group hug commander or a +1 counter commander. I didn't feel like building another +1/+1 counter deck tech since I already done one with Kudo. But today we're just going to talk about group hug today. So let's just get right into the commander. So there we go. So today we're going to talk about Miss Bumbleflower, which is a Bant and 1 colorless rabbit citizen. So she has vigilance, and whenever you cast a spell, target opponent draws a card, and then put 1 counter on target creature. Again, flying till the end turn. If this is the second time this ability had resolved this turn, you draw 2 cards, which is really good. I really like this card. Just because that you get a lot of value basically every single turn when she's out, and you get to abuse that ability a lot and basically give your opponents whatever they want so you could just win the game, you know. And it's a 1/5, and it's really hard to kill, just like the previous Squirrel Commander. Very hard to kill, since it's a 1/5 for 4 mana. But yeah, she seems very fun, and that's why I went down the group hug route. But let's get right into creatures. So we are playing 28 creatures here. So we have Birds of Paradise, Braik, Long Ear of the Law, Coin Oracle, Delightful Halfling, Displaced Kitten, Dust Legion Duelist, Edric, Spy Master Trist, Emerald's Messenger, and Eternal Witness. So all the cards work really well with the commander. We do have some mana acceleration with Birds of Paradise, Coin Oracle, and Delightful Halfling. But we also do have a lot of draw in here with Edric and Dust Legion Duelist, and then more mana with Emerald's Messenger. Since we are drawing a second card each turn, create a 0/1 Eldrazi Scion, which is really nice there. We've got some Recursion with Eternal Witness, and then Displaced Kitten to start flickering some stuff like Coin Oracle or Eternal Witness. Then we also have Braik, which is one new card from Bumbleflowerl. What he does when Braik, Long Ear of the Law, enter the battlefield, put 1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and then whenever a creature you control with a +1 counter on it attacks, double the number of +1 counters on it. So basically like Colonial Hydra, but for sledging out, which I do really like here, and add Vigilance. Seems like a nice little top end for us, but yeah. I think that's all the creatures there to talk about. Let's move on to the next slide here. So we got Evolution Witness, Faber Elder, Fairy Mastermind, Forgotten Ancient, Glenolendra, Archmage, Glunch, the Bestow, Heartwood, Storyteller, Heliod, the Radiant Dawn, and Herald of Secret Streams. So all the cards work very well together. We also do have basically Eternal Witness, but you get to put 1/1 counters on it, which is really nice for the deck. Start recurring some mark instants or sorcery or any type of card that we need. Faber Elder for mana, Fairy Mastermind for that draw, you know, whenever opponent draws their second target each turn, you draw a card, which is really nice to draw more cards off your opponent. Forgotten Ancient, just getting more counters and displacing them anywhere you want it. This card paired well with another card in the last slide here that I want to talk about. And then Glenn, basically putting counters on it, having like infinite counter for non-creature spell, which is really nice. Glutch, just a really nice card. Just put counters on things and create mana off of it. So, and then we have Heartwood Storyteller, which is really good as well. Draw cards. And then Heliod, just for the other side, just have Flash, and then our spells cost 1 less. And then Herald for the unblockable, for our end game, for swing all, kill all, you know. But yeah, we'll move on to the next slide here. We got Incubator Druid, Colonial Hydra, Kami, Kutsul, Quain, Managorda Hydra, Nadu, Savala, and Steel Blur's Champion. So I really do love Nadu in this list. I feel like Nadu seems perfect in here just because we're putting 1 counter with the abilities and getting that trigger as well. And we do also play Lightning Grip just to have that sweet combo and start going through our decks like nothing ever happened. But yeah, he's budget now. He's like $6 when I last checked. Let me check right now that he is still around that price since I have my phone here. So I don't. So I correct myself here. Nadu, what are your price right now? So market is $273. Did a ban just happen? That'd be crazy. So he's $273 right now. He's really good. Yeah. Then Zavala for more mana, and then you get Bird Druid as well. And then we got some big fatty, which is Managorder Hydra and Colonial Hydra. Really good cards there. And then some draw, we got Kami, and then Zavala, or not Zavala. What other draw we got here? And Cutchel, we do get that ability triggered off, and Quain. And then we got one new card here with a Steel Blur Champion. So I have Offspring, which you can make a copy of it, just that would be a 1/1. And have Visions, and whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, which is really nice. But yeah, I think that is it. Let's move on to the last card here. So what I was saying about Forgotten Ancient, it paired well against 20 Toad. Your max man size is 20, and then whenever you attack with 2 or more creature, put 1 counter on 20 Toad. And draw a card, and then whenever 20 Toad attacks, you win the game if there are 20 or more counters on it, or you have 20 or more cards in hand, which is really good. But yeah, he just seems like a funny card to put in here, just meme. But yeah, let's move on to the 6 artifact we have here today. We have Failwar Stone, Helm Awakening, Howling Mine, Lightning Greaves, and Soul Ring and Wedding Wing. All the cards are really good. Lightning Greaves, as I said before, is there for the protection and also for the Nadu combo. And then we have Soul Ring and Failwar Stone for a little more mana, and then Helm Awakening, which is really nice. Spells cost 1 less to cast, just to give your opponents a little thing there, you know. Then we got Howling Mine for more draw, and then Wedding Wing, which I do love in this deck, just literally to drawing cards. And then, yeah, I just love that card a lot. Yeah, let's move on to the next one here. We got 14 instants. 14 instants are an offer you can't refuse. Arcane Denial, Beats Within, Dawn Truce, Fog, Illusionist Gambit, Intellectual Offering, Keep Watch, and Long River Pull. So all the cards are pretty cool. We got some counters. Well, an offer you can't refuse. Arcane Denial. And then we also have a new card here, which is Dawn's Truce. So gift a card, basically you promise opponent. As you cast this card, if they do, draw a card before effect goes off. So if they draw a card, and then you and opponent, you and permanents you control gain hexproof until the end turn. If this gift was promised, permanents you control also gain indestructible until the end turn, which is really good. And basically heroic intervention, but you're giving your opponent a card, which is fine. And instant speed, so basically heroic intervention, but your opponent draws a card, which I do really love for white. And then we have Fog, which is a really nice card, just keep you alive in the end game, so you don't die to anything. Losing a Gambit, basically keeping you alive. And then you got Intellectual Offering, which you draw 3 cards, and then untap everything, including an opponent you choose. And then you got Keep Watch with draw card for each attacking creature, just get up to 20 cards, depending on if you want to go down that route. And then Long River Pull, which is another counter spell. Basically, you give someone a card, and then you counter a target spell, not a creature. Or you can counter a creature, then also we got Beast Within. And last but not least, we got Path to Exile, Perch Protection, Riot Control, Snap, and Swords to Plowshare. What can I say? I love white decks with the 2 best removal spells in the format, with the Path to Exile and Swords to Plowshare. What can I say? I just love them both. But we got one new card in here as well, which is Perch Protection. Gift an extra turn. You promise an opponent a gift. As you cast this spell, if you do, they take an extra turn after this one. Create 4 2/2 bird tokens with flying, and if it were gifted, promise all permanents you control phase out until your next turn, and your life can't change, and you gain protection from everything, which is really nice because you give your opponent like, hey, take out those 2 players for me. You have an extra turn, buddy. See you later. I'll deal with you after the calamity's done. So I really do like this card. It definitely seemed fun. And yeah, it just seemed like a really good card. Seemed reasonable for 6 mana. Thank goodness it wasn't for 3, like to Fairy's Protection. And then we got Riot Control for more life gain, and then a Fog effect, and then we got Snap as well for a little more interaction. But yeah, let's move on to the next slide here. We got 9 sorceries. 9 sorceries are Approach the Second Sun, Cultivate, Farseek, Pick Your Poison, Promise of Loyalty, Starfall, and Invocation, Temple of Discovery, Wear Down, and Windfall. So another win con we have here, Approach the Second Sun. And then we have some ramp here, which is Cultivate and Farseek, and Temple of Discovery. And then we got some removal here, which is Pick Your Poison, and then another new card, which is Wear Down, which is absolutely insane. This card is going to be definitely $5 in the future. So you give a card, basically, target opponent draws a card, or you get a pick, right? And then destroy target artifact or enchantment if the gift will promise instead destroy 2 target artifacts or enchantments, which is really good for 2 mana. I do love that. A good old 2 for 1. Love that a lot. And then we got Pick and Poison, does the same thing. And then we got Windfall, a little bit of a windfall effect, just to help us draw more cards. And then we got Promise of Loyalty, just to prevent a creature from attacking us, and then Starfield Invocation, which is a board wipe, but we also get to return a creature to the battlefield this way, which I really do love. But yeah, that's all the sorceries here. Let's move on to the 7 enchantments. We got Ghostly Prison, Hardened Scales, On the Trail, Propaganda, 7 Ascendancy, and Teferi's Ageless Insight. So we do have some protection here from our opponents if they do decide to go aggro on us, since we are group hug. We are running Ghostly Prison and Propaganda, and we do run Hardened Scales just to abuse the 1/1 counter that we're getting off of our commander or any of our other creatures here. And then we got On Trail, which is a really sweet card. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, which is really nice, a little bit of ramp there. And then we have another win con, which is Simic Ascendancy. So basically, if we have enough +1 counters on all our creatures, we get to win the game with Simic Ascendancy, which is really nice. And then we got Teferi's Ageless Insight to draw more cards, basically like a Sphinx, Consecrated Sphinx, but enchantment. So really do love that as well. But yeah, that's all the enchantments there. Let's talk about the mana base here. So the mana base, I went a little low. I didn't want to put in anything too expensive, but something reasonable where you could actually playable and actually pretty fun. You're not getting screwed on mana. You're not getting screwed on colors. 35 lands seem fair, right? We're playing Darkar Waste, Bountiful Promenade, Brush Land, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Forbidden Orchard, Glacial Fortress, Hollow Fountain, Hitland Harbor. All seem pretty good so far. And then I put Forbidden Orchard in there just because we're giving our opponent some help. Here you go, buddy. You need that 1/1. I don't need it, but you do. And then we got Rejuvenating Spring, Reliquary Tower, Sea of Clouds, Spara's Headquarters, Sun Petal Grove, Temple Garden, Windswept Heath, Yalmea Coast, Yalmea Cradle of Growth. All seem really good cards. We're not going to be low on green, blues, or whites. But yeah, let's talk about the basic lands here. We are running 7 basic forest, 7 or 6 basic islands, and then 4 basic plains. Seem pretty good here. Since our highest is green, and then go blue, then white. But yeah, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. Comment what you think about today's deck tech, what you think about the group hug build, what you think about the +1 counter build, anything down below. But yeah, I think that is it. Definitely next week we're going to come out with more deck techs, or even this week on Friday, depending on if I have time or not, to make another video to get out to you guys, so you can check out some of our decorations here on the channel. But yeah, I think I am going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. You guys hear the music. I am out.